Hello and welcome to TRBCollectibles. My name's Tom and I will be your guide through this estate sale. As we head into this house, there is a free stuff pile. Don't get me wrong, I always love a good free stuff pile. But just wait until you see what the free stuff pile looks like. And there it is. Did I pick up anything? Oh no. No. I passed.
Hey.
So the first room I head into is the garage, and usually the garage at an estate sale is the catch-all for where you don't know where to put items, so you put them on tables. But this garage was pretty much bare bones, and it had nothing in it. Usually I could find some pretty decent stuff that's tucked away in a box, but there were no boxes to be had. They didn't even have the washer-dryer. So, unfortunately this time, I didn't find anything in this garage. Time to move on to the next room. So the next item I found was really quite something. It was a VHS DVD combo player. You're thinking to yourself, people still use VHS and DVD combo players? Yeah, you'd be surprised online. You get people looking for the right brand, they'd pay a pretty penny to buy it. And at estate sales and yard sales, people are looking to get rid of these things. So the margins are really there. The unique thing about this one, it was a DVD recorder. So it held even more value. Comps were ranging anywhere between $75 to $125, plus shipping on top. The estate sale wanted $125 for this player. Today was 50% off day, and there was a little under an hour left to the sale, which I thought would be in my advantage if I wanted to negotiate. So, it being 50% off, the current price point would be $65. There was one downside as well. I would have no way of testing this player, so I'd be taking a decent risk at $65 to find out that it doesn't work. So I sat on this information until I was leaving the sale, and I made an offer to the owner of the estate sale, in which I said I'd pay $50 for the VHS DVD combo player. And the estate sale owner said, unfortunately, at this time, I'm not taking offers on this. It's already 50% off. $65 is my best offer. And so I had to leave this player behind. The estate sale owner was a little taken aback that I wouldn't take it up on the $65 and that I walked. But at the end of the day, if the player doesn't work, I'd be out the $65. I'm all for taking risks, but for me, this one was a little bit too high. Alright, so the next item that I'm about to look at is something that I've been looking into for a while. I find fascinating, but it's the pop quiz of the day. Pause the video right here. If you know what's inside those black boxes with the word subject on them, I'd like you to tell me down below in the comments. Did you know the right answer? Did you take a guess? Well, if you guessed or knew that it was a 35mm Carousel, then you were right. And if you're sitting there going, I have no idea what that is, well, this is where I come in to let you know. Granted, back in the day when you had your film developed at the store, you could also put it on little slides. And those slides would then be put in a carousel, which is the white container that I'm currently putting them back into. That carousel would go on the top of your projector, which is sitting over to the left by those boxes. And you would click through where the light would present itself through the back of the slide, and it would project it on a wall or a screen so you could show your friends and family the trips and activities that you are participating in. It was a great way to keep those memories alive, and a lot of those 35mm slides still exist to this day, in which they're digitally converted. So, if you ever come across them, a lot of people like to collect 35mm slides. Depending on the location, where they're coming from, the activities, the people in the slides, maybe the types of animals. There's a whole collector market just based on 35mm slides, and some, for each individual slide, could go for more than the entire carousel. But just know, it does take time to figure out what you're currently looking at without having a projector. Besides the projector, to look through 35mm slides, you really just need a decent light source on the other side. So at least you can make out whether it be people, buildings, different activities, animals, or interesting subjects. Then when you find out what they are, you can really deep dive the specific slide. In the background of my narration, if you didn't already notice, I've been struggling trying to put the original box that I took the carousel out of. And now I've gone back to one of the other boxes to reference it. I couldn't tell you the last time it took me forever to put one box inside of another one. For me, I also enjoyed looking at the slides to kind of see where this family went, and this happened to be throughout Europe, so there was a lot of Eiffel Tower photos in these. But for me, I went ahead and left them for the next person. I'm just not ready to deep dive 35mm slides at this time. Media! I found where they hid all the media at this sale, but it clearly looks like it's definitely been picked over prior to me getting here. But does that stop me from still looking up stuff? No. This house, you could see that they had VHS tapes, they had CDs, DVDs. Granted, they had a VHS DVD combo. I'm still going to take the time to see if there was anything left behind that I could pick up, especially it being the last day. Maybe I could at least get a decent deal on the media, rather than what I would have gotten on the VHS DVD player. The best deal of all, books and VHS, free! Now granted, even though it does say free, it's not necessarily always worth a pickup. You still want to do your due diligence and look up the individual pieces. At the end of the day, it might not hold any value, so you're just taking it away for that estate sale company to have you then go thrift it. As I've learned from previous estate sales, people just stop at some point. You could clearly tell with this microwave that it was well loved, but the knobs on it to make it work, I couldn't tell you. I'm practically going to have to kick it all the way back to calling it an Amata radar range. I found this closet's construction to be rather interesting in how it connected through the walls like this. It was also very shallow to me. I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it.
Did you know that at one point, people used paper maps to help guide them when they drove their automobiles?
I'm just teasing. In the paper ephemera category, people do like to collect maps, so it doesn't hurt to look them up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to click that like button. And if you have some spare time, check out some of these other videos. Thanks!